Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Allie and welcome to the top comment where I read and react to insane internet chaos in the form of Reddit stories. So if you are a fan of this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe. You guys, we're at 100 subscribers. Crazy! I love you guys. But if you're not subscribed, why not? Don't you like me? Don't you want to see more of me? I want to see you. I want to hear from you in the comments. I care about you. Care about me. Subscribe. All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Happy Sunday. General consensus from Thursday was that you guys wanted a bonus story today. So that's all we're going to be doing. I just have one for you. If you haven't checked out my content from last Tuesday, go watch it. My dad was my very first guest, and he had some hilarious, unhinged reactions that I was not expecting. So it was a really good time. Go and share some love to him in the comments. I'm sure he would love to hear your feedback. Alrighty, let's get right on into it. This one comes from Wedding Shaming, and I love it when the flair on these just says tacky, because I just think it's so funny. Tacky is one of those words that's like, comment below, what exactly do you picture when you hear the word tacky? For me, it's definitely what we're gonna read in this story. It says, bride purposefully didn't put out enough tables and chairs to encourage guests to mingle. A few years back, I was invited to this wedding of a woman whose kids had gone to school with mine. The wedding was at a nature center, ceremony in one room, reception in another. I wasn't particularly close to the bride, but I went with my oldest kid as my +1. The ceremony was supposed to be at 3 with dinner afterwards. We arrived at 2:30 and walked into the ceremony already going on. The bride later told me we thought everyone was already there, so we just went with it. Probably 15 to 20 more people came in after we did and looked just as confused as we were. Little weird, but whatever. After the brief ceremony, which lasted maybe 20 minutes, we went into the room for reception, and right away I see that it's way too small for the amount of people there. There were easily 125 guests, and the room was set up with tables and chairs for maybe 50 people. Since everything had started early, the catering staff was rushing around to put out appetizers and were clearly irritated. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. This is giving me anxiety right now. No wonder the staff was irritated. You don't start a wedding early. That is tacky. That's the first part of the tacky we're gonna get into with this. There was a ton of food served buffet style, which was basically a free-for-all, and since not everyone could sit, everyone was just wandering around grabbing food, then trying to find a surface to put their plates and drinks on. My kid and I wedged into a corner with a windowsill to use it as a table. Then I see the bride's elderly father looking around with a full plate and nowhere to sit. We gave up our spot so the poor man didn't have to sit on the damn floor. Oh my god, that's so brutal, dude. Bride is oblivious, laughing and loudly telling people to get over it and mingle in a cramped room with nowhere to sit or put our plates down. We ate quickly after giving the couple well wishes, and we were leaving as a big group was also leaving, who were loudly complaining. No idea what's going on with the couple now. The bride later posted on Facebook that autistic children need it beaten out of them. Oh my god. So she's been blocked from my life for a while? Plot twist. Okay, I didn't see that coming. That's horrible. She sucks. And forcing people to mingle? Bitch, what about the women that are wearing heels? Huh? My feet can't take that. I need to sit down. And then also, what about people that have medical problems? This is crazy. That's weird. You want people to mingle so badly. Like, just, ugh, no. Tacky, tacky, tacky. The top comment says, honestly, this is commonly talked about as if it's a cute idea in wedding planning subs, and most of the people don't even think twice about it. They act shocked when I tell them everyone needs to be able to sit if they want. Oh my god, this is a common theme. What is wrong with you people? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you have a chair for everybody? I mean, if you want people to mingle, maybe just don't have a seating chart and let people sit where they want, but not take away the ability to sit. If that happens, I'm grabbing my food and I'm going and I'm sitting on the toilet to eat it. and I don't even care at that point. If I'm wearing heels, I mean, I guess my first resort probably would actually be taking my heels off, but that's disgusting because then you're just walking around on the floor. So you're either going to get shit covered food or shit covered feet. Pick your poison, I guess. Someone else says, I can't understand the absolutely backwards idea of fewer chairs than people. If someone wants folks to mingle, they ought to have more seating arrangements than the number of people invited. Having table and chair groupings, both high and low, some sofas set up around coffee tables, and regular tables and chairs too, so that people can move around the room and sit and visit with one another comfortably. That's how you get the mingling to happen. Exactly. It's more or less what I just said as well. I don't know. This bride's a weirdo. Less chairs than people, really? Oh my God. And then her poor elderly father. I can't even imagine. I feel so bad for him and I don't even know him. Someone else says, you never know who might need to sit down for any one of a host of medical reasons, which are no one's business. It's shockingly unaware of the bride, her planner, or anyone else to not even think of the possible medical conditions. Unreal. Yeah. Unreal. Unbelievable. What would you guys do? I feel like people would be almost fighting each other for chairs if chairs are so scarce. Like, I would look at my +1 and be like, I'm gonna go get the food for us. You guard these chairs with your life. Do not leave under any circumstance. And if you're there alone, I guess you're just screwed. Take your heels off and leave them on the chair. Mark your territory. Someone else says, and if there's a limit on the number of seats, people become less willing to get up and dance or mingle because they don't want to lose their spot. Amen. The last comment on here says, it sounds like people are trying to repackage being cheap as cute and fun. Spoiler alert, it's not. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to cut costs at your wedding, I'm not going to judge you for that necessarily, unless it involves taking away chairs. I think this just really falls into some strange territory for people. I don't know. It couldn't be me. That story just gave me anxiety. I'm like sitting here thinking about what I would do in the situation if I showed up at a wedding and somebody and the bride was just like, mingle with each other. Let's all be besties. No, girl. No. I'm an introverted extrovert. Go ahead and diagnose me in the comments below if you know what I have. But I wouldn't like this. I would be very uncomfortable. I am very uncomfortable. I'm very viscerally uncomfortable right now reading this story. I think this is horrible. This is nightmare fuel. Add it to the list of things I will never do. All right. I love you, friends. I will see you all on Tuesday for the next one. Next week, we're going to be talking about entitled people. So I suggest you go on Amazon this weekend and buy yourself a stress ball because these stories have already made my head explode. And I imagine they're going to do the same for you, but that's what we're here for. So I love you. Have a great rest of your weekend and I'll see you all later. Bye.